argument because she can very easily lie and either say she felt threatened or she can just say you put hands on her. Look what Lil Wayne's situation. Right? And of course, he was bunny hopping, right? Had no business doing that, coonish behavior. But she said he put her out. And then she also accused him of putting hands on her.
And asked for a lawyer.
Right. Listen, no evidence. For black men, you don't need evidence. All you have to do is make the accusation. So you got to be careful now because it is popular now to destroy black men on false allegations of sex abuse. However, I still don't see black women getting away with it the way white women are. You follow what I'm saying? They have a privilege our sisters do not have. Lil Wayne, he was bunny hopping. He might got to pay up. All these black men dating outside the race, they got to start rethinking it now, Lone.
Right. And here's another thing, right? So it's like you sit back and you say, because women know we're attractive, successful men. We're doing, and so they have
women are drawn to power,
right?
Any woman, and that's natural.
And so
but you have to make sure she don't want you just for the power,
right? But when they come in, because listening to Diddy, I can only imagine Diddy sitting there like, and Cassie's on stand, and it's like, this is the girl who was telling me to come freak on her. She was telling me to come pee in her mouth,
and then flipped it.
So it's like, at what point, and then she's up there saying, I lost all autonomy. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just moving on his behalf. But at one point, is it coercion and then, or versus you lied about what you're into?
Yes.
Like that has to be
it's
considered.
A fine line.
Yeah,
it's a very fine line. But
you misrepresent what you're into to get next to me and then say I coerced you.
True that. But here's the overall message. Lone. As black men, we need to, in order to survive America, you're going to have to be sexually disciplined. You follow what I'm saying? There is no more one-night stands.
Right.
Not if you got something to lose.
I done turned all that off.
You follow what I'm saying?
Freakish.
You can't.
It's over.
There is no one-night stands. There is no wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams.
Right.
Anytime you allow a woman into your personal space, you have just empowered her to disgrace your name
and destroy
true or false. You understand? You see that? That's where we are. But I'm going to look at it from a positive thing. Not that this is good, but what it says to me is you were not sent here by the Most High to exploit the vaginas of women. The black woman's vagina is a sacred space. That is the canal from which God sends new life. You are to protect it. You are to honor it. You are to reverence it, and you must respect it. The message in this Sean Combs thing, the message in all of this, Shannon Sharpe, get your sex life in alignment with your spiritual life. And get your spiritual life in alignment with the Almighty.
Yes.
Yes, you're being brought down illegally, falsely, and unjustifiably. That's part true. But now let's look at divine justice. Shannon Sharpe is innocent of criminal justice. I believe Puffy Combs is innocent of criminal justice. I think they're both guilty of divine justice. You are not supposed to be sexually exploiting women for your personal pleasure.
That's a fact.
Get your life in order.
That's a fact.
That's what it's telling me.
That's a fact.
You cannot use the black woman
That's a
as
fact.
a plaything.
That's a
Not
fact.
only that, you're not supposed to use any woman as a plaything.
That's a fact.
This is a message from our ancestors saying we're not happy with the way y'all been treating our daughters. Do them right or leave them the hell alone.
That is a powerful, profound point.
Yes,
Because
sir.
That to me makes so much sense.
Yes, sir.
Like you say, man, like you say, the universe is still speaking.
The universe is still speaking.
It's like, yo, man, you've been
The universe, and in African culture, we have a saying. I embrace the positive and negative aspects of everything I experience in life because the good and the bad collaborate in helping me achieve my destiny.
Yes.
So in African culture, we believe you go through good and through bad.
Right.
You can't have one without the other because it's the only way we birth your destiny. So even though they're criminally innocent, both men are spiritually guilty.
And then you got to pay for that.
You got to pay for it.
Now,
Karma ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, man. With Diddy's trial, so in your opinion, they are not proving the allegations of the charges presented.
Not yet. Now, some people are saying that the prosecution is slow walking this thing. Some people are saying that the prosecution is starting out with Cassie and the freak-offs to disparage his character first. Establish that he's a creep. And then we're going to hit him with the evidence of RICO and interstate
what about
prostitution and sex trafficking.
What about RICO? This is what I'm saying. It's all blurry, man, because
I don't think they have
using his
much.
assistant. He's using his bodyguards. This is what rich men do.
That's what rich men do.
I move around with my bodyguard. Before
but I'm
I
gonna tell
go,
you,
they
but
do
I'm
set the room
going to
up.
tell you something. I don't think Puff used his organization as much as they would have liked him to.
Right.
Do you follow what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
From what I'm seeing,
Yes.
it was him
Yes.
and his freak-off mates.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He wasn't using the secretary. And you follow what I'm saying? It was a select team,
Yeah.
which I think is going to save him. He didn't use the whole bad boy to do this because a lot of this happened off bad boy time. Let's go back. The reason why they're having such a hard time proving his case is he got locked up on frivolous reasons in the first place. Puffy is going through this because he sued Diageo. Puffy sued Diageo Liquor. He started his own political party, and they needed to make sure that he couldn't influence the 2024 election, and so he had to be in jail. Puffy had to be taken off the streets during election season because he started that black party, and neither Democrats or Republicans knew where he stood, and they couldn't afford to let him influence the outcome. And they had to pay him back for suing Diageo. So he wasn't locked up for this anyway. These charges were fabricated to make the case stick.
What about Kid Cudi testifying?
What did he say?
He said he had testified to Diddy blowing his car up. He said he came home one day and his dog was in the bathroom. Some kind of way Diddy got in his house, locked his dog in the bathroom. According to Kid Cudi, fed him some kind of additive that killed his dog later. Not then, but he said after
gradually.
Gradually killed his dog and moved the cameras around. And there was this big back and forth with him and Cassie. But my thing is, on one end, they paint Diddy, and of course, we don't defend Diddy. We're dealing with the information.
Yes.
One end, they say Diddy's this violent guy who's willing to kill about Cassie and kill everything about, harboring whatever is going on. And then on the other end, she runs off with Kid Cudi, and the car blows up, allegedly, according to them, and he does that. So what they're basically saying is, Kid Cudi said he asked Diddy about his car. He said he wanted to wait till he got in his face, and he said Diddy was standing there like a Blade or something, a black supervillain. He said this in court. Said when he got up on him and he shook his hand, he said, "Man, what about my car?"
Mm-hmm.
And Diddy said, "I don't know what you're talking about, Playboy." And that was the end of the interaction. But basically, Kid Cudi and Diddy had a checkered past due to his involvement with Cassie. But Kid Cudi, in his words, was scared of Diddy. Diddy had him terrified and would hurt people.